You know, there's something my 82-year-old friend Susan said to me recently that stuck with me. She was sipping her morning coffee, looking out the window, and said, "At this age, relationships aren't just nice to have, they're what keep me alive." And you know what? Science backs her up completely. Studies show that strong social connections after 70 can add years to your life, and life to your years. But here's the challenge. As we get older, staying connected often takes more intention. Kids move away, friends relocate, and sometimes it feels like the world is moving faster than we like. That's exactly why today, we're going to explore 6 surprisingly simple ways to build and maintain meaningful relationships after 70. These aren't complicated strategies. They're practical, doable actions that real people just like you are using to stay happy and connected. Let's start with what might be the most powerful connection tool of all. 1. The 2-minute check-in habit. Here's a little secret. Meaningful connections don't always require long visits or deep conversations. Sometimes, a simple 2-minute check-in can work wonders. Try this. Pick 3 people in your life: family, friends, neighbors. Set a reminder to contact one each day. Keep it short. Just thinking of you. How's your week going? My neighbor Carl, 78, does this while waiting for his morning coffee to brew. I've reconnected with more old friends in 6 months than in the past 6 years, he told me. The key? Consistency over duration. 2. Become a connection collector. This is my favorite strategy because it turns everyday errands into social opportunities. The idea is simple. Identify the people you see regularly but might not know. The cashier at your grocery store, the librarian, your mail carrier, and make it a point to learn one personal detail about them. For example, how long have you worked here? That's a beautiful name. Does it have a special meaning? I always see you on Tuesdays. Is that your regular shift? Retired teacher Martha started doing this at her local pharmacy. Now, I have 5 new acquaintance friends who greet me by name wherever I go. It makes my whole day brighter. 3. The shared activity shortcut. Try to make friends through small talk is hard at any age. But sharing an activity? That's where magic happens. Look for senior center classes, painting, dancing, book clubs. Volunteer opportunities, libraries, hospitals, animal shelters. Group walks at local parks or malls. Here's why this works. When you're focused on an activity together, the pressure to make conversation disappears. The connections form naturally. My friend Walter, 79, joined a woodworking class at his community center. We barely talk about personal stuff, he says. We talk about wood grain and tools. But somehow, these guys have become my closest friends. Do you know what I've noticed about the happiest seniors in my life? They all have one thing in common. They've cracked the code on staying connected in ways that feel effortless and joyful. Take my 84-year-old yoga student, Gloria, who told me last week, "At my age, friendship isn't about big gestures. It's about showing up in small, consistent ways." That wisdom brings us to our next set of relationship-building strategies that go beyond the usual advice. These are the hidden gems that can transform loneliness into connection, often when we least expect it. For the Tech Bridge method. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Technology just complicates things. But hear me out. You don't need to master every app to use tech as a connection tool. Start with just one platform. Video calls. Set up weekly FaceTime/Skype dates with grandkids. Photo sharing. Text pictures of your garden, crafts, or old photos. Simple messaging. Use voice notes instead of typing. Here's the key. Pair tech with something you already do. My neighbor Rose, 79, checks her iPad during her afternoon tea. Now my granddaughter joins me for tea twice a week, she says. We don't even talk much. Sometimes we just sit quietly together. 5. The give and take transformation. There's a beautiful cycle that happens when we both offer and accept help. Psychologists call it reciprocal vulnerability, but I call it the friendship fertilizer. Try this balance. Offer something you're good at: knitting, advice, storytelling. Accept help graciously when offered: rides, tech help, heavy lifting. Retired mechanic Tony, 76, started offering garage consultations to neighbors. Now the young couple next door checks my gutters in return, he says. We become like family. 6. The third place concept. Sociologists talk about having 3 important spaces in life: home, work, or former work. A social third place. For seniors, recreating that third place is crucial. It could be a regular diner booth where the staff knows your order, a park bench where the same dog walkers pass by, a favorite aisle at the library or craft store. My friend Louise, 81, visits the same garden center every Thursday. The staff saves interesting plants for me to see, she says. It's not really about the plants. It's about being known somewhere. You know, there's something wonderfully liberating about relationships after 70. My 83-year-old mentor, Margaret, put it perfectly. At this age, we finally understand that connection isn't about impressing people. It's about being real with them. That wisdom brings us to our final strategies that go beyond conventional advice. These are the secrets of seniors who mastered the art of meaningful connection. 7. The story exchange ritual. Some of the deepest connections happen when we share our lived experiences. Try the simple practice. At meals, share one memory from your week or past. With new friends, alternate sharing life chapters. With family, record short voice stories about your youth. Retired librarian Walter, 79, started a story swap group at his senior center. We don't just know each other's names now, we know each other's lives, he says. 8. The 5-minute favor principle. Small, spontaneous act of kindness create instant connections. Clip an article for a neighbor who'd appreciate it. Save grocery coupons for someone you regularly see shopping. Email a family member with, "This made me think of you." My friend Mary, 77, keeps stamped postcards in her purse. When I think of someone, I jot a note right there in the coffee shop, she says. It takes 5 minutes, but means the world. 9. The reverse mentor approach. One of the most powerful ways to connect across generations. Ask younger people to teach you something: apps, trends, music. Offer to share your wisdom in return: life lessons, skills, stories. College student Jamal told me about his weekly calls with his grandfather's 82-year-old friend. He asked me about TikTok. I asked him about the civil rights movement. We both walk away smarter. Putting it all together. Let's revisit all 9 connection strategies. 1 2-minute check-ins. 2. Becoming a connection collector. 3. Shared activity bonding. 4. Tech as a bridge. 5. Reciprocal help exchanges. 6. Finding your third place. 7. Story sharing rituals. 8. 5-minute favors. 9. Reverse mentoring. Your connection challenge. This week, try just one new approach. Reach out to someone with a specific memory. Remember when? Accept an offer of help you'd normally decline. Spend 30 minutes in a potential third place. Remember what social researcher Dr. Helen Fisher found. The healthiest seniors aren't those with the most connections, but those with the most meaningful interactions, no matter how small. A final thought. Loneliness might whisper that it's too late to build new bonds, but my vibrant 85-year-old yoga student Phyllis says otherwise. I've made more genuine friends in my 80s than in my 40s, because now I know what matters. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these strategies resonates most? Have you discovered other ways to stay connected? Share in the comments to inspire our community. If this video touched you, pass it along. Hit like, share with a friend who might need it, and subscribe for more ways to thrive after 70. As Margaret always says, growing older isn't about losing connections. It's about learning how to truly connect. Here's to your next chapter of rich, meaningful relationships.